So, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne is reacting to her estranged husband, Tom Girardi, being indicted on fraud charges. And you might be a little interested in her reaction. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So it's been a while since we talked about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The last time we really talked about them was Lisa Rinna being fired. Now, word on the street, being fired. She decided to leave, whatever. Well, word on the street, Lisa Rinna is working on getting her own reality show a la the Kardashians. And I said, no one cares. You tried this with Scott Disick and the fake and phony relationship with your daughter. We don't care, Lisa Rinna. Can you just take a break? Really be on pause so we don't have to hear or see you. I've seen already too much of you. But as you also know, we've been covering and following the Tom Girardi, Erika Jayne legal situation for well over a year now. And Erika has really there have been some lawsuits that she's been dropped from, it's been dismissed from. Look, we're not going to take that away from her, but her legal battle is far from over. But her estranged husband's legal battle is definitely far from over. He's been officially indicted on fraud charges. So let me remind you a little bit about what is being said. We talked a little bit about this earlier today during our Thirsty Thursday. So let me just remind you on what they're saying. Reality Blurb writes this: the husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member Erika Jayne, Tom Girardi, and a couple of his former members of his now defunct law firm, Girardi Keys, have been indicted on fraud charges. Months after the former chief financial officer of Girardi Keys, Christopher Kamen, was arrested on suspicion of wire fraud, federal grand juries in 2 states have brought charges against the ex-CFO and as well as the disbarred attorney, Tom Girardi, and his son-in-law, fellow lawyer, David Lira. Or as I like to call him, Lyra. On Wednesday, the Los Angeles Times confirmed prosecutors announced charges and an indictment in Chicago, noting that the men have been charged with 8 counts of wire fraud and 4 counts of contempt of court, after allegedly misappropriating an excess of $3 million in settlement funds meant for relatives of victims of those who died in the 2018 plane crash in Indonesia. They continue, they said that Tom has been accused of embezzling more than $15 million from former clients to support his law firm's costs and the luxurious lifestyle he shared with his now estranged wife, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne. And as the report explained, a Los Angeles case claims Christopher and his boss, quote, devised, participated in, and executed a scheme to defraud victim clients for about 10 years, starting in 2010. And I know what you're thinking, I thought this went on a lot longer. In this particular case, this is how long they're stating it stemmed back. There have been accusations and complaints against Girardi stemming all the way back, I believe, to the 90s. So they continue, they write, Mr. Girardi and Mr. Kamen stand accused of engaging in a widespread scheme to steal from their clients and lie to them to cover up the fraud, Martin Estrada, an LA attorney, said in the statement. In doing so, they allegedly preyed on the very people who trusted and relied on them the most, their clients. Actions like the ones alleged in the indictment bring disrepute upon the legal profession and will not be tolerated by my office. This goes back, as I said to you before, the California bar receiving hundreds of complaints against Tom Girardi over the years, and they did nothing. They have admitted that they should have done better, and they are making corrective actions to ensure something like this doesn't happen again. A little too late? Just saying. So meanwhile, in Chicago, attorney John R. Erlosh Jr. commented on the alleged crimes of Tom Girardi and David Lira, says attorneys who violate the trust of their clients and breach a fiduciary duty that is paramount to the practice of law must be held accountable. Because I've seen so many attorneys talk about what Tom Girardi did. They said that is like the worst thing you can do as an attorney. and he was getting away with doing this for decades. They write, Tom is currently under a court-ordered conservatorship, as you may recall, run by his brother Robert Girardi due to an Alzheimer's diagnosis he received in early 2021 and is living in a memory care unit in Orange County. However, many have posed questions in regards to the legitimacy of the diagnosis, suggesting that the former attorney could be using the illness to get around looming legal consequences. We have to keep in mind, Tom Girardi has tried cases and represented cases in which we are talking about brain injury and things like that over the years. It wouldn't shock me that he would be a master at covering this up and covering his tracks. It wouldn't shock me that Tom Girardi already knew the writing was on the wall. Okay, they figured this out. Now I need to cover myself because I already know criminal charges are right around the corner. I'm actually surprised it's taking this long for criminal charges to be filed. But I know what you're thinking. So what's going to happen to Tom? He's being indicted and he's facing 20 years in a federal prison. So they continue. They said the LA Times explained officials from the State Bar of California went to court with their suspicions, claiming that the development had occurred under highly unusual circumstances and noting that the evidence was sparse. According to ABC7, Tom's charges are 5 counts of wire fraud, carry a minimum, as I said before, a sentence of 20 years in federal prison. But, as you also know, he's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. They have questioned the diagnosis and they wanted him to be tested again. So they say, although the official requested more testing to be done to confirm the diagnosis, their request was dismissed. So as you also know, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 13, which will not include Lisa Rinna, will start filming later this month. I actually thought they were going to start filming last month, but as you know, people thought they were going to film late last year, but there were so many mixed reports that production needed some time after the season. Maybe there were issues with trying to figure out if Lisa Rinna was going to come back or what this cast would look like, for the new season. Well, I think Erika Jayne gave us a hint at what her storyline will continue to be in season 13. So paparazzi caught up with Erika Jayne, and she's responding to the report that her estranged husband, Tom Girardi, is going to face a prison sentence, although he really won't because he is deemed incompetent.
Hi, Erika.
Hi.
How are you today?
Great.
Did you hear about Tom Girardi getting charged with wire fraud?
I did.
He's facing years in prison, 20 years I heard. What's your reaction to that?
I have something to say.
Yeah, please.
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
So, you'll hear from me soon.
I just wondered, are you worried about yourself at all in your situation?
No.
Do you think he deserves to be charged?
Did you not hear what I just said to you 5 seconds ago? That I would have something to say when I'm ready to say it.
I understand,
Thank
Erika.
you. No, you don't understand.
She's like, no, you don't understand. Well, I get it. Look, she's been dealing with a lot with this whole situation, and some of you will say rightfully so. Yeah, in a lot of cases, her lack of empathy towards the victims on the show, off the show, we all have been like, girl, you could do better. You could be a little bit more sympathetic. But you also notice that she was like, she's not worried about her at all. Always on the defensive, because she has consistently said she has no involvement. She did not work at the law firm. Okay. But she is still being accused of being a front woman for this whole scam because her company, or she says this company in her name, Erika Jayne LLC, received $25 million for services for her career. Her music career. Okay. So she also says that she will speak about this at a later date because she's literally gearing up for the new season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That will be her storyline. Don't know what else is going on with Erika Jayne. We also have not confirmed who's returning and who's not returning for the new season. I can presume that Kyle will be back. I do believe that Garcelle will be back. Word on the street is that Crystal Kung Minkoff will be back, and maybe one of the fleeing 14 will be also a part of the cast to challenge her. We already know there's a battle between Kyle and Crystal stemming from the reunion. That should be interesting. And I know a lot of you are already Team Crystal. For the love of the whole dark comment, I think hopefully we can forget about that and move forward. Because there is what I can enjoy about this particular cast is that although they weren't friends before the show, some of them, there have developed real friendships in between a lot of them, at least with Sutton and Garcelle, Sutton and Crystal, Crystal and Garcelle, like real friendships. Like these folks aren't waiting till filming to hang out. They're actually hanging out and doing things. I can appreciate the effort. You other housewives could take notes. But as you can see, Erika Jayne is not fazed, and she will be speaking more about this because I'm sure all of this will play out during the season, and she'll probably be like, look, my case was dismissed, and look how I'm helping the victims, and look, this will be her redemption season. Erika, just be honest. Look, do what you did towards the end of last season. I think people were like, oh, if she had shown this side of herself throughout the season, we probably could at least respect her. But at this point, I don't think anyone would believe it after all the crazy things that you said last season and the previous season. You're like, you don't care about anyone but yourself. No one's going to forget those moments. Or this one.
We're on appeal for legal reasons.
Fighting over those earrings. Guys, how are you feeling about Erika Jayne currently? Are you excited about her return to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? What are you excited to see for the new season? Are you even excited for Beverly Hills come season 13 and this storyline? And do you believe that Tom Girardi will face any real jail time based off what we know so far? Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse.